says we are live. It's Thursday night. I'm here. You're beautiful. It's time for GotBot Goes live. I apologize for being slightly late. My bad. It was kind of a busy evening, just a little bit. I'm going to adjust myself here slightly. So pardon me. I know we're about 10 minutes, 12 minutes late. So I apologize for that. Tonight is going to be a night of a lot of reactions. We're going to talk Pulsecon. We're going to talk TFCon. We're going to talk Rise of the Beast. We're going to talk DNA design. We have a quick little unbagging that's not really Transformers related. You'll see. We're going to talk about the Pulse live stream from yesterday, I believe it was. So we have a lot of reactions to talk about and a lot of things to kind of contemplate going forward. Of course, I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, a.k.a. GotBot. As always, man, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe while you're at it, baby. Oh, let's try that again. There you go. Hit the notification bell. It helps me out a ton. It lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, the Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that's in the description down below. Also in the description down below. And if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link, baby. Check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring, or of course, hit the join button right here on YouTube to become a channel member. And I'm just going to get things set up. I hope you guys are having a tremendous week. We had a great weekend last weekend around here. I hope whatever you did, you had a good weekend. I know a lot of people went to TFCon. I don't think I'd be brave enough to go to something like that. Like, not that I ever could. I just don't live in an area where that's ever going to be a feasible option for me in my lifetime. But I don't think I'm there. I looked at the pictures and I was like, ugh, it would be too much for me. But you know what? I hope that those who went had fun. I hope they were safe and that they enjoyed it. I saw a lot of the hauls and stuff. A lot of it was stuff that I have or stuff that I passed over that I don't need. So maybe like that says a lot about kind of where I'm to in my collecting at this point in my life. Let's go here. Hold on. I'm still dealing with things here just a bit. I feel like that might be a little bit too. There. Yeah, I think that's good, baby. Hold on. I have to get all of my notes and stuff because I'm gonna need them as we go through things. Ultra Megatronus, happy you're here, buddy. By the way, tonight our trivia comes from our buddy Ultra Megatronus. So I'm kind of happy that he's taking a little bit of initiative there. Plus, it let Dragonfly take a little bit of a break. That's never a bad thing. Hey, Mr. Rivas. Hey, Slow DK. Happy you're here. Warren, glad to see you. Ethan, happy to see you. Yeah, it has been a while, buddy. Hey, Nate. Dragonfly is in here. Hey, Jay's videos. I got a near complete 2 of 3 missiles G1 Turbo Masters Hurricane this week. Sweet. Not a name that you, not an item, not a name that you hear often. So interesting find, honestly, Jay's videos. Interesting find. Hey, Boss Gunny. Lee, happy you're here. Yeah, it is a fabulous Thursday, man. Hope everyone is having a good week. Absolutely, baby. Hey, Timmy. I love your name, Timmy. Oh, that's so good. Timmy K. Poindexter Jr. Esquire. That's so good. I love it. Manitoba, happy to see you here, buddy. Hey, Marcus. Manitoba says, we have a con this weekend, comic. Have to run 2 booths for my customizing clubs, but I'm hoping to get some time on the dealer floor to see what's what. I hope you do too, buddy. I don't know how soon. Like, we never had much in the way of cons here. We've had a couple, but they don't seem to have really picked up yet. There was a Christmas one last week. Now, we didn't have time to go to it because we were busy with our own plans and things. We had a masquerade ball that we ran. And when I say ball, I mean, there was about 35 people, right? But we saw the parking lot and we were like, don't think we're ready to go in there to that because it was jam packed. Just I don't know. I don't know, man. I think I've become a little shy in the last couple of years. I pre-ordered drag strip, so I'm all in on Minosaur since I missed out on Combiner Wars. If you missed out on Combiner Wars, I get it, but that's going to be an expensive Combiner, Lee. Not as expensive as the train bots. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. I got an interesting little tidbit note from Canada about that. Hey, ALB. As we go down here, Benjamin, happy to see you. Hey, Don, happy to see you. A few new names in here tonight, man. A few names I haven't seen in a while. Hey, Don, Tracer. Let's see. You bet the con, Lucky. Hey, Vector. Chauncey. Oh, look at Chauncey getting in good and early tonight. Toronto's far too far to go. Yes. Far, far, far too expensive. That's literally halfway across the country. Anywhere. I'm on an island. Anywhere is too far to go. It would require getting on a plane. I'm not doing that. Not a chance. Not a chance. Not a chance. But I mean, to go to Toronto would be a major trip, like a major undertaking, right? I don't see the point in getting the new Motor Master unless you can work with the Combiner Wars limbs. But you do you, Blue. Let's see what, if anything, I can snag for a weekend haul without going too overly railed by local or resellers. And by resellers, I think you mean scalpers. Okay, so let's jump into this because we got a ton of stuff to cover tonight. We're going to jump right into the news. First things first, DNA Design showed off an upgrade kit for the Kingdom Beast Wars characters, I guess. Like it's a number of them. For Optimus Primal, we get the flail. We get his mutant mask. Why you'd want that, I don't know, but cool, I guess. Gap fillers, really for like the front and the back of his head. And I get that. I appreciate that. I would find that very cumbersome if you need to take them off for transformation. That would drive me nuts. But I mean, I don't know if you have to take them off for transformation or not. A jetpack and blast effects. Yeah, cool, I guess. I don't know if I need the jetpack bad enough, but maybe. For Megatron, again, his mutant mask, his duck, which I still don't remember. I know everybody tells me that episode, and I've watched it, and whatever happens, I must get distracted or something. I've never seen this duck. I've never seen him taking a bath. I've never seen him talking to it. I don't know what people are talking about. They've showed me the clips and all this. I'm like, I don't remember this. And I own the series. I've watched it multiple times, and every single time I miss that scene. Like to me, it's not iconic. To me, it's a nothing. It's folklore. Like, because I've missed it, right? The toothbrush I did see once. I usually miss that as well. Like this little, like that one time, that one episode type of stuff. I don't notice that. Like people are like, when he's brushing the dinosaur's teeth, the dinosaur's eye is looking up at him. I'm like, I never in a billion years would notice that. I don't have the visual acuity, I guess, for that. He also has some gap fillers for the leg that I don't think are real good. And for the arm, the color didn't. No, I don't like it. He comes with a gun. I don't know why. And blast effects. Did he have a blaster? I don't remember him with one. And Cheetor gets his gut gun. I think that's the real star of this set is Cheetor's gut gun. He should have had it all along. And it does fold up and become his gut. So I do respect and like all of that. Let's see what other minor news there is, if there is some. Let's see. Cyberverse finale, series finale will be airing here in Canada on November the 7th. Both are going to be on Teletoon here in Canada on November the 7th. I will be watching both of them. Can't wait. I liked Cyberverse. Some people said, oh, that's not fair. Isn't it though? Like Canada is usually months and months and months and months behind most places in the world. Dudes, throw us a bone. Throw us a bone. And that's what this is. This is throwing us a bone. Bear Brick, Optimus Prime, and Megatron of different sizes is coming out. I remember the Bear Brick. I mean, it's not my thing. If it's your thing, cool. It's basically like this kind of like teddy bear sort of styled Optimus Prime, Megatron, but they transform into the more serious robots. I don't know. It's neat. It's cute. It's interesting. It's just not for me. Then we get the Kang toys, or Chung toys, as it's apparently known. And they have a wolf that is a new character, its own unique character. And apparently this wolf becomes the foot. And apparently 2 of them come with the 2 leg guys, I think. Although I feel like one of them comes with Razor Claw, who would be a torso guy. And I think the other one, actually, I think one comes with Razor Claw. I think the other comes with Thor Gorilla. So they don't come with the leg lads. They come with the 2 body lads. And apparently this is his feet. So far that means this Predaking is 5, 6, 7, 8 members. It's the weirdest Predaking in the world. It's too much of a deviation for my taste anymore. Like, I'm out. I got to be honest. I'm sure it'll look cool, but I don't need all of these extra made up characters. It's an interesting way to do it. Like, what if we made his feet into like 2 wolves? All right, it's cool, but it's not for me, is all. We saw some more images of Black Zarek. I love the Scorponok. I'm sure Black Zarek is going to be wonderful. I do feel like the head is a bit oversized on Black Zarek, though. Like, I feel like they made the head a bit too big, and it's sort of throwing me off a little bit. I know a lot of people will say it's the same size head as the one that's on Scorponok, but I sort of don't feel like it's the same size head as the one that's on Scorponok. I feel like because of the angles of certain things that this one is kind of significantly bigger, and dare I say it almost borders on chibi style to me. Like, that's how kind of wild I find that. What else do we have here for quick news and notes? Miniatures. There's an Optimus, a Soundwave, a Grimlock, a Blaster, a Soundwave, and a Megatron that's going to be coming out. Apparently, some of these came out in 2002, or a first wave came out in 2002, something like that. They're basically Transformers minifigs, not crayons, but they're along that sort of vibe. Let's put it that way. A little more to them, a little more detail to them, but if you're in for that, I mean, neat. I think that's going to be a very niche market, but if you're in for it, they're slated to come out March of 2022. What else do we have here? Beast Wars Ravage. Lee Takar. I'm not sure how you say his last name. The voice of Beast Wars Ravage. He will be at TFCon Toronto in December, of all things. Like, even if I wanted to go to that, it would be impossible. I'm a teacher. It's impossible for me to go to that in December. What else do we have? Perfect Finish, Studio Series 18 Bumblebee. Okay, I think the Studio Series 18 mold is utter garbage. I don't know why they even made it. I think it's trash. Putting this paint on it doesn't help it in my estimation. You got to redesign. You got to redo it. They, as far as I'm concerned, the movie Bumblebee that turns into a bug, I think they failed at every turn with that. I don't think that they have succeeded, not even once, with making anything that's any good. The Masterpiece was garbage. The Studio Series 18 is garbage. All of its reuses is garbage. No, they need to do something else with that because they failed. Speaking of Perfect Finish, that's apparently out in Singapore, just on shelves. Why can't the rest of the world be like that? Like, why do they do all of this online nonsense and stuff? No, I don't support that. Rise of the Beast, man. Rise of the Beast had a few leaks. And we don't have names, but a couple of interesting points out of it. Apparently, they're going to have battlers, and they're going to be 3 inches. I assume that these are going to be much akin to like Battle Masters, right? I assume they're going to be something around that sort of idea. Then we have a combiner. It says combiner assorted 5-inch. That sounds like deluxes. I'm wondering, we have Scourge. Dare I think that they're going to do a movie version of Ruination or Baldigus, whatever you want to call it. I'm just curious. I'm wondering, will they do a Ruination? Could happen. I don't know how successful it would be, but an interesting idea, having a Rise of the Beast combiner. Some people have also speculated and said, dare we hope, I don't think this is going to happen, but what a thing to hope for. Dare we hope for a Magna Boss? I respect that. I don't think it's going to happen, but man, do I respect it. And if it happens, that'd be great. Some one steps, and apparently there's going to be a weaponizer. I've enjoyed the weaponizers. What this will be, I don't know. Will it be for me? I don't know. We'll see. We'll get to that in just a little bit. Let me check in with you guys, and then we're going to get into like the kind of main meat of the news tonight. I need a drink. Oh, yeah, that was delicious. It's only water, by the way. in case you're wondering. Let's go up here just a little bit. I know you guys have been talking. Know you guys have been saying stuff. Let's go up and check in with you guys a little bit. Let's see. Shansi, let's see. Time, space, reality, live streams. Yeah, right. As we go down here. A bit rough, but hanging in there. Yeah. 2 seasons. This is the first major one held in 2 seasons. Oh, yeah. Toronto too far to go. I'll probably get a new Motormaster. Let's see as we go down here. I want the new G2 Prime. We're going to talk about that in a minute. G2 Prime, yes. That Prime is definitely on my radar. 57 days till Christmas. That's what I like, buddy. That's my thing. Halloween is Starscream Wife's thing. She loves it. Not really my thing. Christmas, man. That's my thing. That's my jam. Go down here. Hey, H&E Games. This is why we need to coordinate. I missed the opening because I had to put dinner into the oven. Listen, man, it's not much to coordinate. Honestly, I was late. I was like 12 minutes late. It's weird. I am usually like idiotically on time for stuff, like weirdly on time for stuff, except this. I cannot for the life of me ever be on time for it. Let's see. Hey, Benjamin. Pre-order drag strip and kickback. Big M. I got the last of the DX9 Stunticons tonight. Minosaur is gorgeous. Broke my Cyber Battalion Jetfire on purpose to make a jet pack for Earthrise Optimus Prime. Interesting way to go about getting him a jetpack. I'm not pre-ordering anything. They'll hit stores. Yeah, I'm not pre-ordering anything. That's nuts. I think I'm done with pre-orders. Like I've done a lot of them in the past, and sometimes they get canceled and they don't come through, and you're waiting forever. I'm pretty burned out on pre-orders. I think I'm not interested in that. And like these ones, they're talking about like here in Canada, they're talking about like April, May. I'm not pre-ordering something in October for April, May. That's insane. No, I'm not doing it. If you do and you feel like you want to lock it up and it's that important to you, go for it, man. But I think I'm done with pre-orders. It's about something you made for Dennis and was interested in it from you. Oh, yeah. Okay. I know what that is. It's tough to be a collector. It is tough to be a collector in Canada. Well, for one, it's probably to make up for the Pulse high price shipping. But see, you're saying it's to make up for the Pulse high price shipping. That's Pulse's own stupid fault. They're using FedEx. There's infinitely cheaper options than that. No, Pulse is price gouging for shipping, and they still don't ship everywhere. So I think Pulse should be abandoned myself. But what do I know? Kanto showed off their Dinobots, which will be Volcanicus. I did not see that anywhere, Big M. You saying this is the first I've heard of that, and I haven't heard of them combining at all. I've heard nothing about Kang Toys doing a Volcanicus. Now, maybe they showed it today, and I missed it today before we went on the air. Let's see if I missed it today. Let's just see. You know what? Since we're here together and we're hanging out, why don't you, boy, take a little quick look-see, and I'll let you know. We're going to do a news check right here, right now. X-Transbots, MX22 Commander Stack, G1 Ultra Magnus Color Prototype. I mean, yeah, I guess if you need another MP styled Ultra Magnus, like he looks real good. Not a lot of molded detail. He looks very hyper animation accurate, but cool, I guess. I don't have any problem with it. Some in-hand perfect finish Optimus Prime, Siege Optimus Prime. It's Siege Lad with some color differences in the green windows. I guess it looks fine. I don't see anything there from Kang Toys. I'm not saying that you're not right, Big M. I'm just saying it's a piece of news that went past me. I don't think the Dinobots should combine. I didn't really like Volcanicus. I'm not in for it. But if you are, cool. I heard there's a combiner in Rise of the Beast. It's maybe Battle Trap. Well, I mentioned about the combiner a few minutes ago. I don't know why you would think it's Battle Trap, but okay. I have no idea why you would think that, but okay. Let me know what it is. Kang Toys, Mega Predator King. Yeah, that's kind of what it is, Marcus. You're right. The base Predaking is all we need. I agree, but like the way that they're doing the base Predaking, you need to have 2 torso parts, right? I do feel like though that the way that they're doing this, it could become a Dino King at some point. So we'll see. I'm doing great, Runus. Hope we get an update on the Doctor Who Sword Dancer soon. I want to know what 3 colors the mold will be. The chatter was a great. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that they were going to do that in multiple colors. Interesting. I don't know when they'll announce that, but do you want it in 3 colors? That's my question. Do you want it in 3 colors? If you do, cool. I would go, but no one to go with. I don't know what you're talking about there, but TFCon, maybe. It was the background set that you did. Oh, yeah, the background set. Yeah. I remember having RID 2001 when I was 5. Like, I think that's the thing. Like, I never had anything from RID 2001. At that point, I was 23. Like, I was literally just graduated university, just started my first job, like post university, and it was a rough start. Like, I was literally a traveling salesman. I and now and then I would catch an episode of RID 2001. It was okay. It wasn't what I grew up with. It was certainly different. So I never had any of that. Like, it was just after my time, right? But as an adult now, years later, I can say that line was ahead of its time. What stupendous stuff! I missed out back then, man. I'll pass on Lift Ticket. He looks okay. Lift Ticket, like again, a couple of years ago, I was gonna pass on our boy here. And I didn't, and I got him. And to my shock, he is legitimately a deluxe. He is, I want to say 90 grams, 95 grams of plastic. Like, he's a legit deluxe. I have no problem with the Lift Ticket. It's a great mold. I'm not getting it because I literally don't know the character. I have zero interest in the character. I know nothing about it other than some years ago it was done as like BotCon or Collector Club or something. And I feel like Fun Pub might have done something with it. Maybe it's been in like the IDW comics or something or other like that. And I feel like the red is like a Diaclone color version that would later become Hoist. It's too out in left field for me to care to pay $40 for it. $33.99 is what they're asking for that in Canada, plus tax, plus shipping, 40 or more. It's just no. I'm not. It's too much for what it is. It's too much for what it is. If you're in for cool, but it's just we're to the point. There's an example of Hasbro having a business structure of price gouging that now is costing them a sale. If that was $20, I'd totally be in for it. I'd be like, why not, man? It's only $20 for sure. So they've lost the sale because of their greed, right? That's what it boils down to. I don't have Facebook, refuse to get it. Lift Ticket is what a plastic surgeon gives you while you're waiting in line. GotBot says it's garbage. Hasbro says, let's make more. Bot's Gunny got it right. Absolutely got it right, man. That's hilarious. Battle Trap. I don't think Battle Trap is the orange truck. I feel like there was a name for it. I didn't think it was maybe it is Battle Trap. I didn't think it was though. My Coneheads Blue got canceled. It was 54 weeks of waiting, and then they canceled it. And Hasbro said, we didn't know there was a problem. Like, really? You didn't know there was a problem? How incompetent are you then? Like, I'm just saying, like, you're saying it's not a problem. Like, a whole country didn't get your product. Pre-orders weren't filled, and you're saying you didn't know there was a problem. There's your problem, man. The X Transbots Ultra Magnus looks fantastic. It looks all right. How far up do I have to go here? I hate when this thing jumps, right? No expectations with Rise of the Beast. I'm holding back expectations with Rise of the Beast because I'm worried that they're trying to fit far too much in there with 5 factions. We'll see how it plays out. I do like some of the character models. Like I think Scourge looks really good. I can't say character models. I like some of the vehicle models. We haven't got character models yet. I'm pensive. There you go. And if you don't know the word pensive, look it up. I'm pensive. As we go down here, I got a KO Ruination on AliExpress, but over time acquired the genuine. The KO attachments and weapons were compatible. Nice, nice. It's always nice when that's the case. Getting 2 sweeps, and I guess that's the end of War for Cybertron. Well, the sweeps are in Studio Series 86, so just throwing it out there. I saw the sweeps. I didn't get any because I have 3 of Scourge, and I don't know if I will. Here's the thing. Around here, Scourge wasn't abundant at all, and I know some buddies of mine who are collectors, and they didn't manage to get any Scourge, even though I left a couple for a few days and went back later after the fact, and then I picked them up to get my 3. I bought 1, and I left them for a few days, and I said, if they're still there when I go back, I'll buy them. And I went back, and I bought it. Then we get to the sweeps. I've seen a grand total of, I think, 3. I haven't picked any up because I know now guys who have come to me and said, I didn't manage to get any Scourge. I'm like, man, go get the sweeps. And I'd rather other collectors get to enjoy the mold because I think it's a great mold than to me be greedy and be like, I'm buying them all, because that's a douchebag move. I'm not gonna lie, that's a douchebag move. I'm here to help other people if I can. So I'm glad that those guys now they have it and they're like, oh, this is great, and oh, I'm blown away by it and stuff. And I'm like, good man, I'm happy for you. If I see one and like it's there, maybe there are a couple of days, no one's kind of getting it, and it's just sort of lollygagging around, I might pick it up and have that become my Scourge and have my Scourges become my sweeps. But it's one of those, like, I don't need it that bad. You know what I mean? Not if it's taking it out of someone else's hands and someone else who could enjoy it, you know? Drag strip and kickback look great. They look all right. They look all right. I'm more interested in kickback and RC when I was waiting for you to come on. I checked the first few minutes of your Upgrade X Brown review. So I pulled out my Universe Ratchet X Brown. Like the X Brown is so weird. I love the car mode. And I like the robot mode. It's just that big, chunky left arm. Unless I transformed something wrong, I never had instructions, so it's possible. But that seems pretty hindered. Shockingly, the rest of the robot, despite all of the kibble and junk, pretty good. The articulation of the rest of the lad is pretty great, shockingly. And I love the transformation. There's a lot of interesting things going on with that transformation. I feel about you like I feel about Facebook, but I can reactivate my account. The new bulkhead looks terrible. I'm passing. We're going to talk about all that in a few minutes as we go down here. Hey, Input. By the way, if you haven't checked it out, Input done a custom of, I'm going to spoil it here, Input. Sorry, but you put it up on Instagram, so I assume it's okay. Camshaft. Very interesting take on Camshaft. If you haven't checked it out, go to Instagram. Go to, I assume it's in-put. Input, you can tell me, like in DASH put, right? That's your Instagram, right? Go there. See what he did for Camshaft. Interesting take on Camshaft for sure. And if I'm wrong about that and it's not n-put, then rectify. Tell me what it is. I need my own TF figure like Starscream White. Yeah. Well, I've always called myself Metroplex, so I'm just saying. I'm pretty heroic. I mean, I could be an optimist. I'm a pretty heroic dude. I'll be cherry picking Legacy. Absolutely. We go down here a little bit. How much did I miss, man? I'm definitely going to miss some stuff, guys. Hey, Nicholas. Got my Scourges one at a time. Yeah, and that's fair. That's fair, you know. If you find them multiple times, that's cool. Don't get me started on the cone heads. Yeah, the cone heads were not good. I need the Gen Selects Blue Streak and Clampdown. Was Clampdown even like announced yet though? Like I know it was leaked, but was he ever actually announced? You sent me images on Messenger. Okay, I'll check it out. I'll check it out after. Actually, I'll check it out now. Big N. Why don't I try checking that out now? Let's see. I'm not seeing it. I don't know where you sent them, man. I don't know where you sent them. I'm gonna have to check it out after, I guess, Big M, because I don't know where you sent it, buddy. I don't see them on my Facebook Messenger. Not say they're not there. Not say they're not there, because I'm just doing a quick check, and they might very well be there, and I'm just old and like I get confused a lot. So I mean, it is what it is, right? Let me go down here. Lift Ticket is actually a G1 Joe character. Yeah, he is a G1 Joe character. I know that. There was a video of people who work on the movie cars and called him that, though it could be misunderstood. No, maybe it was. I know the names were said, and the name was said for the orange light. I didn't think it was Battle Trap, though. I mean, maybe it was, but I didn't think it was. I don't remember, and I don't remember who it was. So, I mean, you're like, I defer to you. If you remember them saying that, then I mean, you're probably right. It's just that's not the name I remembered. I'm not paying double the price for a different paint job. No thanks. I downloaded a photo of Skywarp, used a background eraser app, used InShot of video photo editor app, gave him purple background, chromed his. Why? Why did you do that, Blue? That's my question to you. That seems like a lot of work for what? Hey, Xander. If you don't know, Macy's has Transformers. Well, we don't have Macy's, so but I thought isn't like Toys R Us in Macy's now? Isn't that the thing that they're doing? Hey, Ryan. Let's see as we go down here. I've got 3 things from Legacy pre-ordered, and one's drag strip. But if I don't like Menasor, I'm out of the set. I don't like that you have to commit to like a drag strip before we've seen the combiner. I don't like that. We need a Knight Rider Transformer. If you say so, I don't need any crossovers, but if you need a Knight Rider, if you need Kit to transform, man, I hope you get it. I'm not sure if anyone else has the Kingdom Ravage, but I just got him passed. He came out in EB around here. I was working and I missed it, and I don't care. That's honestly, that's what I'm too. Like, I don't care. I got the Transart one. I wasn't interested in paying $80 because that's what it was here. $80. For that and the G1 cassette for deluxe and G1 cassette, $80 on no thanks. And awesome, really though? Are you sure, Ryan? He's awesome. Are you sure he's awesome? Because the mold is the Cheetor mold, and that's pretty trash. Not gonna lie, that's pretty trash. I'm glad you're happy, but I'm pretty skeptical, bro. We need a Knight Rider Transformer. That would be epic. There are currently 2 Toys R Us boutique stores in the United States. If your Toys R Us are no better than ours, you're not missing much, because our Toys R Us is pretty sad. Big Macy's New York City one has an entire floor of toys, which will be converted into Toys R Us. Yeah. Oh, 2022. Okay. I ordered 2 Scourges. And Colin, hey, Tommy. As far as crossovers go, I'd like to see the Legacy G2 Prime be painted into a truck out of Duel. I don't even know what Duel is. Never heard of it. Can't speak to if it'd be cool. I don't know what it is, Colin. It's amazing how much stuff you guys talk about. I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I've never heard of it. Okay, so let's jump into the Pulsecon reveals first. So we got some news that Rise of the Beast will come out on June the 24th of 2022, apparently. I'd heard that was moved as well, but cool. End of the school year, man. Honestly, I'm off that day. That's when my school year ends. That's when I'm going to be going and watching Transformers. What a way to start my summer. Thank you very much. There's a VR and a video game and Transformers The Experience all coming. Earth Wars is going to be introducing Magnaboss. Transformers The Experience apparently is going to tour around and will debut summer of 2022. I mean, okay, cool. Like, I guess. Apparently in Earth Wars, besides for Magnaboss, Tripredacus will also be making an appearance. So if you still play Earth Wars or you love Beast Wars, check it out there, I guess. Let's see. Devastation soundtrack is now available for streaming if you're cool with that. Legacy will have Energon weapons and armor. And they may be able to all combine together to become some sort of a weapon for a combiner. We know we're getting Menasor. Could it be an Energon weapon for Menasor? I don't know, like a sword or something. Maybe. Could be. Then we get to the actual reveals. I don't know what Amgus is, Xander. I don't know why you keep saying it, but it's starting to bug me. The mold is Cheetor, but it's a heavy retool. I totally understand your view on that because I wouldn't pay $80 either. The entire 8th floor. How many floors is it, Jay? FOC sequel. Hope we get a good game. I don't know if I would necessarily say it's a FOC sequel, but we'll see. Still up in the air about Ravage. Like I said, I got the trans art because I didn't like the way that was offered. I didn't like the price it was offered for. I didn't like the mold that was used. So do better, Hasbro. That's what I would say. I remember Combiner Wars, they released drag strip in the first wave along with the aerial bots, and Hasbro was releasing another drag strip first again. That bugs me. You should have just released all the aerial bots. Then you should have just released all of Menasor. And this time around, if you're putting out a drag strip, you should have put out the whole thing. Like, that drives me nuts. Just put the Combiner out if that's what you're doing. Mason has 9 floors. That's nuts. Okay, so Skids, very heavy toy look, clear tinted plastic, especially for the windows. It's okay. I wish it looked animation accurate rather than toy accurate. The black shins are kind of killing me. A lot of hollowness. I don't like the silver paint on the thighs, but it's not in the hollow, so the hollow is still blue. Either you should have left it blue or you should have painted the whole thing silver. You done part of it. It's lazy and it stands out to me and I notice it. It bugs me. Will I get it? Yes, because I think it's infinitely better than the Generations. Drag strip, apparently his look is from the Masquerade. I'm not interested. I've heard that the new Menasor is going to be in scale with Titan Devastator. Nope. I always thought Devastator was too big. I think that the foot tall for the Titans makes perfect sense. Skyfire or Jetfire, whatever you want to call them, should be roughly that size. Then you have Star Saber, who's about combiner size. So a foot is about right. Anybody who says it's too small, it's actually not too small. That's actually accurate. And that's actually the scale they should be. Making them the size of Metroplex is asinine. Now, some people will say, yeah, but, Devastator wasn't too far off of Omega Supreme, only a bit shorter. True. And I would argue and say that Omega Supreme is not the size of Metroplex either. So it is what it is. I also feel like Metroplex isn't the size of Fort Max. Not in for this. I don't like the scale. I don't like the size. If you do, you win. I also don't like $40 a limb. So that's 40 and 40 is 80. 80 and 80 is 160. And then another 120 for the torso. I mean, you're talking $300. Like $300? And what if it's only a mediocre combiner? I'm sorry. I'm at this point, I can't say I won't change my mind, but at this point, not remotely interested. I did a lot of work to make my Combiner Wars 1 suitable, and that works for me. If the scale was the same, I might consider it. Different scale, 100% out. Then we have Prime RC. I got to be honest, hate it. If somebody didn't tell me it was RC, I'd be like, who is this? I don't even know who this character is. I would be like, is it some sort of Chromia? The face is an epic fail. Now I get it. Some people will say, yeah, but they're making a G1. That's why they gave her a nose. That's fine. Give her a nose. The shape of her head, especially the shape of her eyes, is so off. And then her feet are too chunky to me. I don't know. I don't like it. I like the motorcycle mode. I don't like the RC. Not in for it. Not even a little bit. Don't even think it looks good. Kickback looks all right, but I'm fine with the Titans Return version. I don't know. Maybe if I see him, I'm not going to go hunting for him, but if I see him, maybe. Here's the thing, and nobody's mentioned this, though everybody complains about it. It looks like pretty much like around his shoulder assembly and his, I don't know what you call them, his wings, I guess. Like that whole assembly around his shoulders, all clear plastic. That doesn't bother anyone. Everybody, it doesn't bother me, but a lot of people complain about that. I think he looks all right. I like the textured wings. I just don't know if I need them because I like my Titans Return one. Will I see this one and change my mind? Possibly. Am I going to pre-order it? No. If I see it in store, cool. If I never see it, cool. Bulkhead is atrocious. I don't understand how anybody can say that even looks remotely good. Not only as a bulkhead, but if you took the head off and put any other head on it, it's a bad-looking transformer. The proportions are atrocious. His body's just a big box. It's not good. And the transformation seems like it's going to be lazy. I don't really like the vehicle mode. I don't like the hodgepodge mishmash of greens. Failure, honestly, epic failure. Laser Prime, it's fine. It's a good Laser Prime. The trailer turns to the base. He comes with the Matrix, comes with the sword, the action, take the blaster out from the base. It looks like Laser Prime. I have zero investment in that version of Optimus. None, not an ounce. To me, Optimus is the G1 cartoon Optimus. I don't like the huge shoulder pylons and stuff. A lot of people said this will be repainted into RID Scourge. It may. Will I get it then? I don't know. I mean, again, we're talking a liter. We're talking $80 here. I don't think I care about that mold or Scourge enough to pay $80 for it. I don't think the value is there. If it was 50, like I think a liter should be 50 Canadian, maybe 80 Canadian. Don't see it. Where else are we? Oh, I found this interesting. There's on the side of the boxes, there's going to be like this key poster. So like the boxes go together to give you a big image, and there's going to be a QR code that takes you to bios and stats. Instead of having the bios and stats on the boxes, you scan the QR code and you could see them on their own dedicated page. Apparently, I do think that's neat. The leaders, just like the commanders now, are going to be in a closed box. I don't like that. That's another reason that I'm being pushed out. I don't like not being able to see it. I don't like not being able to assess it. And I honestly don't have the time or interest to buy it, leave, open it, see if it's all right. And if it's not all right, then go back to the store. I don't. My life is too busy. So I don't know. You need to make the thing visible. So I don't like that. But again, to each their own. The Hall of Fame. The toys Tigatron. I find that interesting. Does anybody even have Tigatron yet outside of Asia? Like, how can that be the Hall of Fame toy? I certainly don't know if it's any good. Not a clue. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking it could potentially be garbage because it's based on that Cheetor mold, and that's garbage. I'm very skeptical of the legitimacy of this. Season 1 character Inferno. Was Inferno season 1 or was it season 2? I don't remember Inferno in season 1. Like the Hall of Fame picks are confusing me. Very much confusing me. Guido Guidi got in, artist. Okay, if you say so. John Machida Jr., Blur. Probably should have went in a long time ago. I guess he's going to be the headliner. Neat, I guess. So coming out of Pulsecon, Skids is all right. Kickback is okay. Hate everything else. I think it was pretty disappointing Pulsecon, not gonna lie. Not going to lie. I mean, I could lie, but I'm not gonna lie. Let me check in with you guys, because I know some of you are excited and I don't understand it. I don't get it. People are like, oh, I can't wait for late. I don't understand it, man. Let's go up here, man. No, input toy is not king. I'm still up in the air about Ravage. I remember the Combiner Wars. They released Dragster, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's where we were. I don't mind repaints, but I hate overpriced repaints. I hate overpriced, period. Let's go down here. Combiners galore. I guess I already have combiners galore. I have 9 or 10 Decepticon combiners, and I have the 4 or 5 Autobot combiners, all Combiner Wars, all the same scale except for Devastator. And the only reason I give him a pass is because he's gigantic construction vehicles. So I could believe that he should be bigger. Plus, he's the original combiner, so maybe he deserves some extra stature. Toy is not king. Cartoon is king. I think the Higbee's Macy's in Cleveland has 5 stories. I've never seen a store like that. Like ours have a building and one floor. He's Combiner War size. They're going to do the cartoon combination. You're saying that Sound Blaster Studio? That's not what I've heard. No, I've not heard Combiner War size. And I've not heard that they're doing that combination. I've heard they're doing the Masquerade. I'm skeptical of you saying it's Combiner War size, honestly, because that's not what I've heard at all. I hope that it is, but that's not what I've heard. Fort Max is bigger than Metroplex. Thank you, Input. I thought so. Yeah, $40. People, when people hear me complain about the prices, I don't think they understand what the prices are in Canada. They're atrocious. Like, they're atrocious. By the time you put taxes in, you're looking at $40 for a deluxe. Now, without taxes, a Voyager is $45. With taxes, a Voyager is $50. Like, that's insane. That's insane. A liter is $80. Like $80 for a lead. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the Dinobots, but can you honestly look at me and say it's worth $80? Like, I struggle with it, man. I've always disliked Jetfire being the size of a combiner, so I'm hoping that Minosaur is at least taller than the CW stuff. Not me. Anything taller than CW is too big, because then the Titans make no sense, because the combiners aren't that big. I don't know what you would have missed, Sound Blaster. I don't know when you came in. Somebody is making cassette-size cassettes. The Ravage Steel Jaw is awesome. A few companies are making those. I think MMC is making ones like that. Rookie numbers. I don't know what you're talking about, Xander, but okay. I just caved and got the Covert Agent Ravage. God help me. Good. I mean, hey, dude, if you got it, cool. I ordered Covert Agent Ravage. That was 50 US. I don't think it's worth 50 US, man. I don't get it. Those proportions are the point. I don't understand what you're talking about, Sound Blaster. Bulkhead is a tuned version of AOE Hound. The Bulkhead is garbage. If I saw that in a cartoon, I'd be saying, what a terrible, lazy, ugly design. It's garbage. Like, the Bulkhead is one of the laziest, ugliest things I've ever seen. It's awful. Huge body, tiny head, skinny arms, skinny legs. The greens don't match. I don't see one thing about Bulkhead to like other than the head sculpt. I'd like for somebody to take the head sculpt off and give it to me, and then I'll find a suitable body and put the head on it, because that body is garbage and only fit to be melted. Had to go through Hasbro Pulse. First time for me. Don't worry, Ultra Megatronus. I just pretend to my wife that I pre-ordered stuff months in advance. Chicken fried steak. He's my guy, man. He's my guy. Laser Prime, legitness, awesome. If you say so. I have zero connection to it. Like, that was well after my time. I don't like the big shoulder things. He's not the right colors. I don't like a gray front. It's not the Prime for me. It's not that it's bad. If you're into that, I think that this is a tremendous update. It's probably the one fans have been waiting for a long time. Definitely better than what came out in Combiner Wars in that box set. No doubt in my mind, it is good. It is quality. It's just I have zero interest, especially at $80. It just doesn't speak to me, because I don't even know why this Laser Prime exists. I don't know where it comes from. It's just not for me. But I'm not going to say it's bad. Like, Xander, if it's awesome to you, then, man, get it. Because here's the thing. I have a feeling with everything included in it, it is a legit leader. It's just, it's not worth it to me because I have no connection to it. Yeah, the Tigertron is really great. I'm pretty skeptical, Nate. It's much better, way more solid than Cheetor. Plastic feels great. How do you know this, Nate? How do you know this about Cheetor? That jumped way down, man. Laser Prime for you. Yeah, that's fair. Hey, Solid. Let's see. Go down here. Oh, he was in the last 2 or 3 episodes of season 1. I thought he was season 2, man. Go show what I know. Tigertron is okay, not the same as Cheetor either. Also an upside. How do you know this, Ryan? Like, how are people knowing this? I'm doing well, man. So far, I'm liking the Legacy. Not me. I like Legacy. I might get skids. Otherwise, I think everything is ugly, and I have zero interest in any of it. And I'm happy about that. Like, if you're in for OAP, if you're in for it, man, like, I'm happy for you. I don't understand it, but I'm happy for you. No, full moon was on the 20th, buddy. I like Menasor if it's based on the rumors and the new red hoist figure. Not me, Mike. Not in for any of it. Let's see. Well, Motormaster will be Combiner, which is Combiner War Size. No, it's not Combiner War Size. Oh, you're killing me, Sound Blaster. They have said it. The rumor has been, it has come out and said that his trailer will expand and that the other bots will go onto the trailer as a skeleton. And the rumor is that when that trailer expands out, it will be 18 inches. I hope it's wrong. I hope you're right. But I'm telling you what I've heard. And no, Commander is not the size of Combiner Wars. The Combiner Wars torsos were Voyagers. This is 2 size classes up from that. And a trailer that will be expandable, apparently. So your math doesn't make sense to me. That's what I'm going to say to you, buddy. I love you, but your math doesn't make any sense to me. I think Sound Blaster Studios, you're setting yourself up for disappointment, buddy. I hate to say it, but that's what I feel like. You're right. Titans will never make sense. So why are we making the rest of it make less sense? Right? The Titans being bigger than what they are is ludicrous, like that Fans Toys Fort Max, right? That's ludicrous. Let's be realistic here. It's cool, but it's also ludicrous. Titans being the size they are, we have to work down. What makes reasonable sense? A Combiner is bigger than the average, sure. Not as big as a Titan. So making those when they're combined about half the size of a Titan, yeah, I could buy that. It ain't perfect, but considering what we're working with, it's about as close to reasonable as you're going to get. If all of your Titans are like 3 or 4 inches smaller than if all of your Combiners are like 3 or 4 inches smaller than the Titans, that makes no sense. It doesn't work for me. If it works for you, cool. But to me, that makes no sense in the least. No, the Fans Toys one doesn't make sense at all. The Titans make relative sense, actually. Oh, you got to use them when you consider scale. I disagree with you, Nate. I disagree with you, Sound Blaster Studios. They do make relative sense. I use them as bases, and it's fine. Do I wish naturally that my guys could integrate with them as a city more? Naturally, duh. But I do think they make relative sense. Yeah. Minnesota will take a year to release. I'm also not interested about that. Yeah. I have more than 3 Autobot combiners. I have the main ones that were on the show, Defensor, Superion, and Computron. And then I have the Fembot one. I can't remember what her name is. Orthea. I guess I technically got Volcanicus, but my Dinobots will never go combined. So there you go. For the Decepticons, I have, Bruticus and Predaking and Menasor and Abominus and Devastator and Liokaiser and Dino King and King Poseidon and I'll spit this out in a minute. God Neptune. I'm not redoing combiners. The idea that Fort Max's head is a robot and he's a city, they all fundamentally paradoxical. Yeah, you're overthinking it. Bulkhead is meant to be fat. Yes, and he's not. He's a box. And his arms and his legs are also big and bulky and strong. All of his proportions are big, and they're not. He's a failure. Man, I'm going to say it. Joseph got it. He's garbage. Blaster now is very, very nice. Yeah, I think Blaster's going to be a big success, honestly. And I know a lot of people waiting on him. I think he's going to be a huge success. Bulkhead in animated, advanced the generation series. I might, but that's no, not me. I've made a bunch of Lego Transformers. Interesting. Do they actually transform, Xander? The way you looked so concerned when you said he's a box. He is a box. Will the Rocket Omega fit the miniature Unicron Optimus? I don't know. I don't have that. I don't have the rocket for Omega, but I would imagine it would. Useless unless Legacy releases a combiner that I do not have. I'm skipping them. Yeah, me too. I'm not interested in paying $300. Side note. So, Shuki, the first of the train bots in Canada, is retailing for $264.99 plus shipping plus tax. That will be $300 Canadian. That combiner to complete in Canadian will be $1,800. Nope, not a chance. You're insane and out of your mind. $1,800. If you have $1,800 to spend, you put that in an RRSP if you're Canadian, or a TFSA, which is a tax-free savings account, and you use that to go toward investing in your retirement. There's your investing nest egg, not buying a bunch of train bots that are overpriced. Just saying. That's the adult in me. Just saying. Hey, Ninja Bill, whether people complain or not, I will pick up the Bulkhead, mostly because it very much resembles the truck I drove while in the Army. That's why I want it. Okay, if you say so. I wish MPG train. I wish too, but when I saw 264 for that Kibbley guy, I was like, no, not a chance. Not a chance, baby. Hey, Red Dragon, I love your name, man. You're right. It can't be bigger than the CW because today's deluxes are smaller than CW figures. That too. And the Voyagers are smaller. That too. You're right. Okay. Interesting. Before we go to TFCon, there was the conference call, the Q3 conference call. And I thought this was interesting. It was led, first of all, by Richard Stoddard, who took over the reins as interim CEO from the late Brian Goldner. And they said that they are going to ramp up their entertainment. What that means, I don't know, but I guess something else is on the horizon. A new CEO is to come. Then they talked about, I thought this was funny. I thought these two things were funny. They talked about mitigation plans for global supply chain outages. And they're talking about fears of the holiday season. And they've talked about how they are going to be using more air freight and they're going to be, having more ships and container stuff. And they said they're going to have more ports in the United States. That's great for the United States. That's not addressing the rest of the world because you have failed here miserably. I don't think that these mitigations are going to work. They said no more price hikes for 2021. Is there anything left to come out in 2021? Does that mean that 2022 is going to start off with more price hikes? Like, is this an accomplishment? If I would advise, if you have invested in Hasbro, for the love of God, sell your stock because they're going downhill so fast. So fast, man. Let's go to something fun, though. Let's go to something positive. And that's TFCon. So a lot of people had fun. They showed off some things there for sure. Some of my Lego Transformers fall apart easily. That's too bad, man. But if you can find a way to solidify them, that could be interesting. This is why I don't do third-party Canadian prices. Some of the third-party, man, is getting cheaper than the official. All of them transform. Cool, man. The bulkhead emphasis has the actual what? But his bulk what? But this bulkhead emphasizes that he's actually strong. Do they though? Because he looks like he hasn't. He looks like he needs a hamburger. I don't see anything strong about him. I see garbage. I don't know why you keep defending it, Sound Blaster. Look at it. It's garbage. Call it what it is. You'll feel a lot better. Trust me, man. You'll feel so much better. CW Prowl is smaller than Siege Ratchet. If the combiner limbs are Siege Ratchet size, then they would be bigger. I don't think they're going to be no Siege Ratchet size. Drag Strip Legacy Hasbro size 4.5 inches. There you go. What if Hasbro collapsed? I would laugh. I would laugh and say I've been calling it for years. Why didn't anybody listen to me? I would laugh and laugh and laugh. Would third parties go mainstream? Would you be happy? Yup, 100% I would. Hey, Triple R, Bulkhead is the worst figure in that wave. Yes. I'm not even buying it, and I can tell you that it is going to be the worst figure of 2022. Will somebody give Bulkhead a Happy Meal? Not for his body, because his body's a big square. It's like somebody came to the house, okay? And they delivered a fridge, and there was a great big box, and a little kid said, I want to be a robot. So their dad takes the box and cuts it in half, and cuts a head hole, and cuts 2 arm holes, and they put it down over the kid's head, and the little arms come out, and the little kid's little legs come out, and now he's a big box, and he's like, I'm a robot. That's what Bulkhead is. That's what Bulkhead is. A little kid wearing a box. That's what this Bulkhead is. Third party going mainstream will force the hand of Hasbro. Not if Hasbro's collapsed, Anthony. Not if Hasbro collapses. I don't understand why you like that Bulkhead. You need to go and get your vision checked, Triple R. You need to go to the optometrist or the ophthalmologist, get your vision checked, and then go back and look at that Bulkhead and be like, oh, that's a big steaming turd. Sometimes it's meant to be a bit funny. Sometimes it is meant to be a bit funny, but sometimes Hasbro reminds me of all the toxic, abusive relationships we experienced. Yes, Christmas is a coming. Hasbro execs, let's do this. What? And a Bulkhead. Oh, I love you guys. Okay, let's do TFCon. So TFCon, actually, I thought that was fun. I envy the people who kind of went there because it looked like it was pretty good. I don't like either the Prime or animated Bulkhead figures. Me either. I will say that the Bulkhead's face, the Bulkhead's head, Chauncey got it. Bulkhead's head is perfect, beautiful, but it needs from the neck down, it needs a complete overhaul. Siege Ratchet was one of the 2 figures that are big. Rest figures are biggest figures are small. Yes, Minotaur will be small because Hasbro doesn't do big anymore. I don't think that's not what I heard. I didn't hear he's going to be small. I love the Legacy Bulkhead. He is my son. He is my son. Whoa. You should give him some plastic surgery and fix all of that. Okay, so let's get into the TFCon stuff. First things first, we saw a Grimlock upgrade that looked really cool. It gives him the shoulders that are 2 parts of heads of a Sharkticon, his crown, his sword, and his throne. So if you want King Grimlock, man, there is a set out there for you. It's gorgeous. Then we have Iron Factory. They showed off their Alpha Trion. Again, these ones are kind of legend size, of course, right? The Alpha Trion, very small, very awesome. Stylized, but really cool. Beachcomber stylized, a little too much for me. Nacelle looks really good. The G2 Sandstorm looks really good. There's a piece of purple on the G2 Sandstorm that I don't understand why that's there, but otherwise looks really, really good. The Huffer looks really good. The Pipes looks a little too stylized for me. Sea Spray looks pretty stylized, but looks really great. I love the was it Shishu Mari? I think it's an original character, but looks really cool. Then we have like the Samurai Lockdown. We have the movie Drift. We have Samurai Ironhide, who I would never have known was Ironhide. I wouldn't have had a clue, except I saw the Ratchet. And I was like, oh, the red lad must be Ironhide. I actually thought it was like Rescue Bots Heatwave, to be honest with you. There's Samurai Ratchet. There's Samurai, I think, Grimlock. Really interesting idea, but you got to be into that Japanese samurai look because they are hyper done that way. I think it works. I think it would work for Drift. I think it would work for Banzai-tron, for example. It might work for Lockdown. I think it looks pretty cool on Lockdown. So there's certain ones I think it works better with. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles skateboard and Mouser both look really cool. Not sure how they fit into TFCon, but I think they look super duper cool. Really cool, man. Fans Hobby showed off their Siren, which I thought we saw before. Their Energon Optimus Prime, which I like seeing the combined mode. It looks pretty good. I'm not against, as they call him, Fatimus Prime. I think it looks pretty good, man. Hey, Nexus. I skipped Drag Strip and Laser Prime. Not interested. Same. I never had any issues with Clear Plastic. Me either. My Combiner Wars combiners will be my guys. Don't need upgrades. Fans Hobby showed off that stuff. They showed off their double dealer that seems to have 2 robot modes. It's weird. That's still in development, but I'm interested to see how that comes out. I like what Fans Hobby does, so I think that that'll probably be okay. Armada Overload. I want to see that attached to their Armada Prime. If it doesn't attach, then what a missed opportunity. It has to attach, right? And if you're doing Overload, you got to be doing Ultra Magnus, right, man? You got to be doing Ultra Magnus, right? Big hopes for what that turns out like. I'm not a Unicron Trilogy guy, but I think if you are, I think your jam got to be Fans Hobby. Would be mine. If I was a Unicron Trilogy fan, I would be into Fans Hobby. They're showed off their Tidal Wave. Looks really cool. And their Armada Megatron. I'm telling you, I think that Fans Hobby is knocking it out of the ballpark with all their Unicron Trilogy stuff. I think if you're a Unicron Trilogy fan, that's where you want to go. I think they're getting ahead of the game. Yeah, they found a lane and they're going with it, and I think they're doing a good job. How do we expect Hasbro to evolve Transformers if we keep wanting the characters with the same look? We have to give change a chance. Look how good the game figures are. That's my reaction to that. If you're going to do a new look, fine, but there's certain things that you need to still homage, like with the RC. Fine, give her a nose. You can even make her a little bulky, change her feet, but her eyes and the overall shape of her head are pretty iconic and distinctive, and they missed the mark there. Bulkhead is just an utter failure. That's not change. That's garbage. Stop defending it. It's lazy design. They said, let's take a box and put arms and legs on it. Don't let them do it. Like, as a fan, I'm not letting them do it, and you shouldn't either. Hold them to a higher standard. Make them do their job well. Do I think Transformers: Rise of the Beast is going to be an awesome movie? I don't know. I'm nervous. There's 5 factions. There's a lot to trying to fit in there. So at this point, I'm going to say we'll wait and see. I need to see a lot more. I've seen some chase scene stuff. Interestingly, of everything that's been filmed, hasn't been one explosion. Not one. So I'm interested to see how this plays out. Really interested. I feel like there's a lot of oddities going on with this movie, Xander. So no, I'm not. Just because it's Transformers, I'm not immediately excited. Let's see how it plays out. Combiners and Wars Menasor was a tragedy. Yes, that's why I fixed it. You need to get Menasor because I missed out on him for the first time. The problem is, in some cases, fans get too entitled, but we all do with the things we love. Then again, Hasbro has take the rep for taking advantage of when possible. I don't think we're entitled with the asinine prices that they are now charging. I think we should hold them to a very high standard, Ninja Bill. When we were paying $12, $13, $15, even $19 here in Canada for a deluxe, I let a lot of stuff pass, and I gave good scores because, man, $20. What do you expect? Now, when you double that, I need double the quality, and I don't have double the quality. Sorry. Kingdom Inferno in a box with arms and legs. Okay. You don't need a new look to evolve. I agree with 08P. If you bought the upgrade kit for Menasor, then he will look like cartoon Menasor. I didn't buy the upgrade kit. I just fixed them. Mine's pretty solid now. Now I feel like canceling Bulkhead. I'm excited for Kickback. I mean, do what you want. It's just I can't get behind that Bulkhead. I can't support it. I'm not giving them money for something that I look at and say, how did this ever pass? Who looked at this and said it's good? I'm getting wooden Transformers. Transformers Review, which is similar to the vehicle that Bulkhead transforms into. Interesting. Just because some don't like Bulkhead doesn't mean others can't like Bulkhead. It should, Triple R. It's that bad. It's that bad. It should be a slap in the face to every fan. It's that bad. Yes, it's that bad. Check your email subject. Ta-da. Okay. Kickback skids and drag strip. All I'm getting more than me. Me, Grimlock King. Zeta showed their Superion. We've seen this a lot of time. It's out. People got it. I'm not sure why Zeta showed it, but cool. What else do we have? Planet X showed their Megatron and their sludge. Well, kind of their sludge. I think their sludge to match their Grimlock, which is 90W Grimlock, will be really cool. It won't be for me, but if you like that look, then I think this sludge is going to look spectacular. I don't know why they showed the Megatron again. Isn't that like old news? Wasn't that like ages ago, man? Or am I wrong about that? Nevertheless, looks cool. Fans Project showed line art, I guess, for Outback. For sweeps, I find it really interesting because I look at their sweeps and a lot of people complained about the Studio Series ones and said, yeah, but you got the big wings there and they don't fold up great. Man, the wings on that fold up better than the Fans Project ones. But you know what? People will say, Fans Project's perfect because it's not Fans Project, Fans Toys. Sorry. Here's the thing. Whether it's Fans Toys or whether it's the Studio Series 86 or any other Scourge, X-Transbots, he's going to have the wings behind him because that's what he's supposed to have. So I didn't complain about it then. I don't complain about it now. I think the wings look good. Honestly, I think that the sweeps from Fans Toys look good. The Power Glide looks all right. The face looks off to me in the line art, but that's line art. The Chrome Dome, if you didn't tell me it was Chrome Dome, I don't think I'd recognize. But again, it's just line art. I would have to see more. I'm not a Fans Toys guy, but if you are, a couple of cool offerings. Bingo Toys showed their Shockwave, who looks shockingly good. It's the Bumblebee movie Shockwave. I thought that the legs were going to hinder his articulation. They don't. His articulation is superb. Really superb. Something special, man. Really something special. Let's see. New Age showed up. Their Beachcomber looks super accurate. Their Cyclonus looks super accurate. Their Nemesis Prime with a cape looks really good, but I find the chest of that Optimus mold being a faux chest over like the truck chest is weird. Like it's obviously a fake chest on top of another chest. And I find that a bit off-putting personally. Same for the Shattered Glass Optimus Prime. Then they have their G2 Devastator. Either you like what they did with their Devastator or you don't. We all know it's out there now. There's a lot of parts forming to it. There's a huge parts forming piece to the New Age Devastator. If you're cool with that and you want them in orange, New Age got you covered. I think the standout for New Age was their Beachcomber, their Cyclonus, and probably the two primes. Ocular Max showed off their Defensor and all the parts. Looks stupendous. Looks really good. I'd love to see how well that functions. And then that leaves us finally with MMC. They showed off their IDW rung. That will be hot. Not for me, but a lot of people have been clamoring for that. And he comes with so many faces. Really articulate. I think fans are going to go crazy for that IDW rung. They also showed off their IDW Nemesis and their cartoon colored Skylinks. So they put out Skylinks a while ago. Pretty good. Could use some ratchets from what I hear for the neck, but pretty good. If you didn't get the Earthrise one, if you didn't get the original one, this one looks like it's going to have more of a baby blue, more of a fire engine type of red, like a brighter red, a brighter blue, white is white, but it's going to look more cartoon accurate because of that. So, I mean, it is what it is. Going back here. I'm going to give you guys the trivia. And then I'm going to check in with what you guys have been saying. So the trivia comes to us from Ultra Megatronus this week. And here's our trivia. Which Beast Wars character, the only Beast Wars character, pronounced Teletran 1 correctly? While most of them said Teletron 1, this character said Teletran 1. Was it A, Black Arachnia? Was it B, Megatron? Was it C, Rat Trap? Or was it D, Cheetor? Was it Black Arachnia, Megatron, Rat Trap, or Cheetor? Who was it that said it? I'm going to see. Ninja Bill says C. Let's go up and see what you guys are saying. I'm probably going to bawl at some people and yell at some people. You know, I see that happening. Let's see. How does everyone feel about Kingdom Waspinator? I know that I don't like it. And the more I see of it, the more I'm like, thank God I'm not buying that thing. I saw a Shadow Panther tonight. Skipped it again. I don't like it. I wish Grapple and Inferno had a better ladder and crane arm. Okay. I like their ladder and crane arm, but what would you like to see improved on it? Tracer? What would you like to see improved on it? I disagree. He looks how I would like him to look, in my honest opinion. I don't get it, Triple R. Why would you like him to look emaciated with his arms and legs with a box body? Like, what is it that looks good about that? I feel like people are blinded, and because it's new plastic, they're just like, I love it. I don't understand it. There's nothing to like. And I'm not saying there's nothing I don't like. I'm objectively saying there's nothing to like. It's bad. If you want to buy it, you buy it, you win. But you're buying a bad product. And that's just telling them that we accept bad products. I want the Kingdom Jackpot. Yeah, it looks all right. The upgrade kit does not improve CW Menasor unless you like your robot in an unnatural A stance. Yeah, it really limits his articulation. I'm going to stick with my animated bulkhead. Joe, you're doing the right thing. It's infinitely better bulkhead. Kingdom Waspinator is fine. And that's what it is. Kingdom Waspinator is fine. If you don't have the T30, don't go back and get the T30. The Kingdom is fine, but he's just fine. Beast War is not my main focus, so as long as I have a representation, it's fine. Road Rage popped into more targets as of late. This is what makes this community great. At the end of the day, we're all just wanting the best for our point of views. Not often many people can be passionate about the same thing. That is absolutely true, Ryan. By the way, I'm just going to do this now before I go and check out the trivia. A couple of things came in this week. It's not mine, belongs to somebody else, but I'll show it. This is a hoodie. It is one of my hoodies. It is the To the Hunt hoodie. I have the shirt. So that's from my store. That's from my store. Nice thick hoodie, actually. I'm not a hoodie guy. My wife is. I'm not a hoodie guy. She is. But nice hoodie. And oh man, I gotta put this back in. And this, it is another hoodie. And this one is the this one is a Bring on the Chaos hoodie. This is a Bring on the Chaos hoodie. So that one's a Bring on the Chaos hoodie. That's it this week. I didn't have any hiccups this week. There's nothing that arrived in the mail this week. It was one of those weeks, man. It's one of those weeks. As we go down here, I don't have any cool Transformer figures that's coming out. Nah, me either. Kingdom Waspinator is ugly. I'll stick with T30. That's what I'm doing. But I mean, to each their own. I saw Road Rage on the shelf. Wait, is Bulkhead worse than SS86 Hot Rod? Yes, he is worse than SS86 Hot Rod. And the thing is, I love this. Everybody's like, GotBot hates SS86 Hot Rod. You completely, if that's what you think, then you completely missed the mark of that review 100%. Go back and rewatch it. That's not what I said. I said he's not a Voyager. And I'm grading him as a Voyager, and he fails as a Voyager. If he was marketed, sold, priced as a deluxe, which is what he is, he would be much better. He's not bad, but he was positioned in the market wrong. MP Bumblebee. The original MP Bumblebee is great. Like the MP21 is phenomenal. And dare I say his name? I disagree. I like the Kingdom Waspinator. Classic Galvatron. Yes, the Bulkhead is worse than Classic Galvatron. That rung is too expensive. Yeah, the rung probably is, but people will still buy it because they price it because they know that in our community, people are going to say like, I want it. I don't care the price, because we don't hold companies accountable, which is what I'm trying to change. One collector at a time, just saying. I couldn't acquire that one. The wooden transformer turns into a Jeep. Wooden transformer. I've never seen it. He's not a freaking Voyager. Sorry, just JJ Prime Reviews. Oh, hey, JJ. I'm more of a vehicle mode fan, and crane arm and ladder in vehicle mode doesn't work for me. Don't know how. It's just basically the masterpiece cheat for ladder and crane arm. Okay. If you say so. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying I don't know. Let's see. Rat Trap, C, A, D. C, Rat Trap, they're saying we haven't had a Transformer movie in 2 or 3 years. Good thing Rise of the Beast is coming. Well, we haven't had it because the last one bombed. Not the last one, the one before that bombed, right? No movie has been the last 2 or 3 years. Hey, Alexander. How is it better than the Thrilling 30, Nate? Like, I feel like, Nate, I love you, but I feel like you like everything because it's new. It's not better than the Thrilling 30. It's not. It's so not. That bulkhead will break. I mean, I don't know if the bulkhead will break. It's just not good. I'm critical of new plastic crack, but I still like new bulk. I don't get a triple R, and you're not giving me a reason. Like you're just saying you like it. Why? I'm telling you all the reasons is bad. The proportions are off. The colors are off. It doesn't look like the character. It is lazy engineering. It looks like it got a lazy transformation. The whole back of it is just a shield. There's a lot of reasons this is bad. Give me one why it's good. One. And I like it isn't the reason. An objective, measurable reason. That's what I'm looking for. I'd say I'm confused how people like the Combiner War stuff, but it's all subjective. But why would you be confused why people like the Combiner War stuff? I got an entire combiner for $100. That's good value for money, that man. Not $300. Combiner Wars Menasor, the new Menasor, $100, $300. Is the new one 3 times the value? Because that's what it's got to be for me. Like I'm different than most people because I actually analyze and I actually measure and I actually do math. I don't just look and say I like it. That's not holding a company accountable. That's how a company takes advantage of you. If you're going to be a critical person with what you buy just in life, then you got to hold not just Hasbro, any company. You got to hold companies accountable, man. I dig the new bulkhead, JJ. I don't get it. What is there to dig? Like people, like I've heard 2 people saying they dig it. I have yet to hear anybody say why they dig it. What is good about it? And don't tell me it looks good. No, it doesn't. It doesn't look good. That's a lie. CW toys are great. Let's see. I do think you're being a bit harsh on the arms, not as much as you say emaciated. They are proportioned correctly. No, they're not. They're not. I don't understand how anybody looks at this and thinks anything's proportioned correctly on it or that looks good. I feel like I soon have to be done collecting because my mind doesn't work like gears anymore. I don't see what you see. I don't see the value. I don't even see it looking good. I see it the heights of lazy. And that saddens me. That saddens me. I don't think I'm being harsh. I don't think I'm being harsh enough on this bulkhead. I think it's that bad. I think it's offensive to the fandom, and I think every fan should be offended and should honestly go back to Hasbro and say, "No, we're not buying this. Take that back and do it right." I'm offended that people like it. That's where we're to. Saying that to say I enjoy the bulkhead as one can fit into what I've been collecting for past couple of years. It doesn't fit in anything. It does not fit in with the aesthetic we have now. No, it doesn't. When I look at the Prime Universe figures, I think of them as characters who come from a TF Prime universe, which is somewhat similar to the original TFP universe, but the robots have different designs. I don't know what you're saying, JJ. Looks like they use iron on paper. I'm more of a vehicle mode. Okay, saw that. Go down. Super Robot Ed said it. Bulkhead ugly. Enough said. I know we agree on many things, but this time I strongly disagree. You can't. I mean, I'm going to just say it, Ninja Bill. I love you. You're wrong. Like, objectively, you're wrong. And supporting this product, honestly, it offends me that anybody would support this. The answer, by the way, was C, Rat Trap. If I seen that bulkhead on clearance, I'd buy it to destroy it. Yes. Yes. It's buying this bulkhead is sending the wrong message. Sending the wrong message, man. If you're going to buy stuff and you want to be in for it, go with the Menasor. It's not for me. Go with the Menasor. Go with the Skids, even though he's a bit hollow. I can even understand the RC. I don't understand the existence of the bulkhead. I get the Laser Prime too. It's not for me, but I get it. The Laser Prime's gorgeous. The bulkhead is an abomination. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I love you all. I've been here a long time. I got to get out of here. Whew. We got spicy tonight, baby. We got spicy tonight. Tomorrow, we're going to kind of conclude a look that we've been doing at some Robots in Disguise 2001 offerings. We're going to cap that off tomorrow, and then we're going to head into next week. GotBot his bulkhead. No, I'm not, because that bulkhead's garbage, and I'm great, baby. I love you guys. I appreciate you coming by. Give me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Though I think tonight a lot of people are going to be rubbed the wrong way. Yeah, you can use the donate link. You can check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring. don't defend Bulkhead to me. It's not the hill you want to die on, man. I'm just saying, it's not the hill you want to die on. Don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every single solitary day, you do make a difference. And I look forward to the next time, baby, that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights, like tonight, at the stop motion premieres, or the old fashioned way, baby, right here inside the videos.